Good morning. Welcome to the First Religious Society Unitarian Universalist here in Newburyport, Massachusetts. My name is Reverend Rebecca Bryan, and I am honored to be the minister here. We have a beautiful and full and joyful and meaningful service this morning. They've also changed everything around on me, so I'm in the wrong spot at the wrong microphone saying the wrong words, so bear with us if I get confused. Everyone else has got it down. It truly is a special day here as we celebrate, as we do each year, Young Church Sunday. I also want to draw our attention to the fact that we have not had a Young Church Sunday here in the sanctuary for We've done them outside because largely of COVID. And so just take a moment and be here. Look around. Look in this sacred space that has held thousands of children. Some of you who are now here as adults were here in this sanctuary as children. Some of you are here for the first time. But the memories that live in these walls through almost 300 years. We celebrate each and every one of you here and each and every one of those children. And we have a special baby christening this morning to just add to the delight. We come together here at FRS in person and online. Our mission and our invitation to all of us is to come as you are, journey together in love, act with courage, transform our world. If you are with us online this morning, you will find your order of service right below the live stream and also the hymns that we'll be singing. We have large print orders of a service and hymnals for anyone who would like those. Any usher can support you with that. We'd like to welcome this morning, you've already begun to hear the beautiful music of Craig Worth on the guitar. Craig is an accomplished singer-songwriter and interfaith chaplain, educator, and also a very dear friend of Mara Flynn's. Welcome. It's so good to have you. Everyone is invited to join us here downstairs after the service in the lower meeting house, and maybe outside, depending upon the weather, but we're going to have coffee, treats, and popcorn. So you don't want to miss that. There are many things going on here at the church. I draw your attention to all of those listed in the order of service. In particular, everyone is invited to join us downstairs along with the popcorn and the coffee and the treats. We'll be having a conversation, as we do several times a year, put on by the parish board, where they'll be presenting what's going to be on the warrant, the agenda of the annual meeting on June 9th, and answering questions and entering into dialogue together. So please come if you are able to stay for that. And then the other thing I'd like to draw your attention to is a really important service or gathering that's outside on Tuesday this week, May 21st at 3 p.m. Glee Woodworth, city officials, myself, and many others will join together to dedicate 18 grave markers for unmarked graves heretofore in the African American burial ground of the Old Hill Burying Ground. It is a significant and important time in the history of our city, where we mark these graves, we say these names, and we say that you are known. We'll gather at Old Hill opposite 20 Auburn Street behind the Bartlett Mall. Please join us if you are able. Thank you. It is so good to be together.
Our call to worship this morning comes from a book that Serafina and Theo read to us last week in Young Church. The book is called Invisible String by Patrice Karst. In this story, we imagine that there is a golden thread that connects us all. Even though you can't see it with your eyes, you can feel it with your heart and know that you are always connected to everyone you love. Please rise in body or in spirit and join us in singing our opening hymn, 1010, We Give Thanks. You may be seated.
Please join in lighting and saying our chalice lighting words. Today's chalice lighting words come from Crossing Paths curriculum and can be found in the order of service. We gather this hour as people of faith with joys, sorrows, gifts, and needs. We light this chalice in gratitude for the path we share, a path that calls us to listen to our deepest selves, to open to life's gifts, and serve needs greater than our own.
Each week, we also light 2 candles of peace, representing 2 places on earth we lift up and remember as a sacred encounter with our world. There are untold numbers of places on earth that need peace. These 2 we especially hold close in this service and through the week ahead. After each candle is lit, I will invite you to respond, saying peace, salam, shalom. In honor of Mental Health Awareness Month, our first candle is lit for communities and homes lacking access to youth mental health care. Nearly 70% of all American children who suffer from mental health illness are not able to access care. Growing up carries with it many normal yet painful adversities. Those are hard enough. May every child and teen in the United States and around the world who is in need of clinical treatment have access to proper health care. To this we respond, peace, salam, shalom. Our second candle is lit for countries at war in which religion plays a role. Our wish is for children of all religions to be able to live together in peace. To this we respond, peace, salam, shalom.
Please rise in body or in spirit as we join our voices in our affirmation of faith, followed by the doxology. The words can be found in your order of service. Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest of truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To sow together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, to serve humankind in fellowship, to the end that all souls shall grow into harmony with the divine. Thus do we covenant with each other and with God. You may be seated.
Yes. At this time, I would like to invite forward our family, and I can't take my eyes off this beautiful little child. Oh gosh. So we're going to arrange ourselves, and you can bear with us for a moment. We're going to find our places. Okay. Okay. So. Thank you. How about we all take a nice, deep breath? This is a sacred time. With all of the challenges and the difficulties and the loss and the wars in this world, there is always new life. There's spring, there's grass, and there are babies. This is a very, very sacred occasion, so bring ourselves fully here. This morning we are honoring an age-old tradition in which parents bring their children to worship, communal worship, to sanctuaries and gatherings and spiritual temples and churches all around the world, communities of faith seeking to live a life of meaning in line with our values, to seek the blessings of life. Families bring their children to bless them, to dedicate them, to christen them, to consecrate their holiness and their wholeness, their inherent worth and dignity. I'm getting these beautiful eyes that I get to look into that just are gorgeous, because we all have inherent worth and dignity, don't we? Each time this sacrament happens, we are all encouraged to reflect once again upon the mystery of life, the goodness of life, the beauty of life that we see in the spectacle of birth and growth. Every child that we welcome, dedicate, and christen here in this sanctuary over all these years is blessed by the love of their family who is gathered, their family who is with us in spirit and who has gone on in body, and the family of gathered loved ones in this sanctuary, the family of their spiritual community.
Unitarian Universalism affirms that every person comes into the world with inherent worth and dignity as their birthright. Every one of our children is an important part of this community, a partner in the work and play of our lives, and a companion on our journey for meaning and purpose. We are delighted that Tyler and Mackenzie Rayfeld have chosen to bring their son, George Toiva Rayfeld, here to be blessed.
I think we found the right spots. Now we can all watch you. This is the sanctuary where Mackenzie was dedicated, with Reverend Bertrand Steves officiating. This is the sanctuary where we honor the life of Tim Kelleher with his memorial service in July of 2019. This is the sanctuary where Mackenzie and Tyler were married later that year. This is the sanctuary of memories, of life, of family, and of love. Tim was a dad to Mackenzie and Lauren, and is a grandfather to Georgie, along with Jill Porter and Lily and Lars Rayfeld, also known as Grams, Papa, and Mumi. Mumi is Finnish for grandma, which is also where George's middle name comes from. Toy boy. I'm so good. Not. What? That means hope. That means hope in Finnish. Tyler was baptized in the Gloria Dei Evangelical Lutheran Church in Brooklyn, New York. One of the most beautiful things about our pluralistic faith in Unitarian Universalism, whether we are dedicating babies, whether we are officiating marriages, whether we are holding memorial services and celebrations of life, is that all faiths are welcome. All faiths, all doubts, all questions, all prayers, all rituals are welcomed here. So we are honoring both the Lutheran tradition and the Unitarian Universalist faith. And I pray we'll hear and feel strands of both throughout. This water here that is in a bowl that was made in the 1800s and dedicated by members of this church, by the members of the Women's Alliance, and was dedicated, has held the water of countless baby blessings, christenings, dedications, and here it is again today. We prayed over that in the robing room before this sanctuary began, and I can still feel the love coming out of that rose water. We welcome these beautiful people and all of the family members who are gathered also in the front pews. Speaking now to all of the family members gathered, to the grandparents and to all of you, family and friends, will you love this child through all of the days to come? Will you love this child and allow George to grow in freedom of spirit and self-expression? Yes. Is it yes? Yes. I didn't cue them on that one. So now Tyler and Mackenzie, do you commit yourselves to care for and nurture George's physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being?
Yes.
Do you promise to support George in living into George's authentic self? Do you reaffirm your commitment to support and to care for each other as partners in life and parenting?
Yes.
What have you named this child?
George Toivo Rayfeld.
As I said, the middle name in Finnish means hope. George is named after his paternal grandfather. In the act of christening, we use the symbolism of water as a sign of our common heritage. Water is life, and this water is symbolic of the interdependent life of all of those gathered here through all the ages, the interdependent life of community, and the web of life.
As a token of their dedication, we give each child a rosebud, symbol of beauty and unfolding life, promise and love. We have removed the thorns from this rose, symbolizing the better world we work toward giving our children. While we know that the world around them remains imperfect, we hope that they will learn to recognize the beauty and goodness which does exist.
Many of you may know as well that this starts the consecrated life here in this community. And then when we have a bridging ceremony, which we will on June 9th, for all of our graduating seniors, they're given another rose, a white rose. This time, that time, with the thorns remaining. Because life has difficulties. Life has things we could never imagine at that tender age. And when they head into the world after that crossing, we want them to go knowing that we realize that there will be difficulties and that the love of this community will always be with them. But for the moment, in the blessing of purity and innocence and hope, we offer this rose. So, can you come a little closer here? Because we're going to use this water, and I'm going to sort of have to meet George where George is, which is good. So I'll be christening George both in many parts of his body with accompanying words. And again, I invite all of us before we speak in unison to just breathe these words, hold these words in your heart, thinking of George and the life and the days and the months and the years to come. George, as an act of christening, I bless you with this rose and this water, in a bowl used for hundreds of years by this church, held on the font made by Ken Kretsch. May your thoughts be wise, compassionate, and full of clarity. He moved his forehead to make sure he got it. May your speech be clear, truthful, and loving, and brave. May your hands be generous, caring, and used to advance love and justice in this world. And may your heart hold all the peace that comes within you. May your heart hold the knowledge and the knowing that you are loved, that you are sacred, that you are whole and holy just by being who you are.
Can I ask the children and youth to please rise wherever you are? And you can repeat after me. George we welcome you and wish you well. We wish all good things for you and pray that your life reflects your truth.
And I invite everyone else who is gathered here to rise, please, in body or spirit. And let's join together in our unison blessing, promise, and commitment to this child and family. The words are in your order of service. We'll speak together. For the gift of childhood, whose innocence and laughter keep the world young, we all rejoice and give thanks. May this sweet life, which we have accepted into our community of ideals and friendship, receive abundantly the blessings of health, love, knowledge, and wisdom, and in its turn, give back richly the common heritage that endures from generation to generation. Amen. You may be seated. And now, you're going to stay right where you are for a moment, and George is going to receive the blessing of music.
I'm going to invite you to sing this blessing of music with me. It's a short set of words, but if you don't remember them all, the word welcome is the most important. So we're going to sing a welcome all, and then we'll sing a welcome George. And it'll go like this. Welcome all, welcome into the love and light and truth and freedom. Welcome all, welcome into the heart of our community. Try that with me. Welcome all, welcome into the love and light and truth and freedom. Welcome all, welcome into the heart of our community. Now for George. Welcome George, oh welcome into the love and light and truth and freedom. Welcome George, welcome into the heart of our community. Once more. Welcome George, oh welcome into the love and light and truth and freedom. Welcome George, welcome into the heart of our community.
Thank you all. Amen, and blessed be.
So beautiful.
Since September of last year, the 6 youth standing in front of you, plus one more, took part in Crossing Paths. Crossing Paths is a UU program based in religious pluralism. It has a focus on the diversity of and within each religion, and their paths crossed with Unitarian Universalism. I emphasize that this program started at the beginning of the school year because this was no small commitment, and they all stayed with it. This despite many competing demands of school, sports, performing arts, work, volunteering, not to mention actual leisure time with family and friends. Between our Sunday evening class meetups, Q&As with faith leaders and practitioners, visits to 7 different houses of worship, both near and far, and the many, many links I sent home to be perused, these youth spent hours each month dedicated to this program. What a joy it was to be with them. Charlie, Claire, Connery, Everett, Kaylee, who is not here but in our hearts here, Maggie, and Nash, thank you. You embodied our Crossing Paths 8 practices of welcoming. You were curious, open to being changed, and comfortable with discomfort. You were appreciative listeners, definitely lighthearted, and gentle with yourself and others. You stayed present, most of the time, but especially when it was important. And best of all, you were yourselves. May you continue to engage with others with the purpose of understanding them, and continue to foster your own developing beliefs, ethics, and spiritual identities. We hope that this program has helped you to connect to your deeper selves, the world around you, and to joy, that of others and of your own. We also hope that you are leaving with a greater understanding of what it means to be a UU, a faith which calls upon us to be open-minded, open-hearted, and responsible seekers. As a reminder of all that we learned this year, we are gifting you with a World Religions Family Tree poster to be hung in the new youth hangout room. We hope it reminds you of all we have explored and how much exploring there is still yet to do. And since Erin, Amy, and I were never above motivating you to engage by offering up something sweet, we're also gifting each of you a big bag of candy. Now I'd like to invite Connery to share a poem written by Everett, inspired by group reflections on our year shared during our last meeting. Thank you.
From a chaotic train ride to uncontrollable laughing, early morning to class going overtime, there were welcoming communities visited and others welcomed in. We showed up every time. Sometimes things were very different and things got uncomfortable, but we always came back home to here. We opened our mind and eyes to what other religions are like. We met our goals and made new connections. And even though it was nice to learn and meet new people, we found that no other place felt quite like here, like our home.
It really does take a village to co-create meaningful intergenerational community, and that is happening here with all of you. I would like to take a few moments to especially thank some of the people who have helped us this year. First off, a big thank you to all the parents and youth who have helped out and participated in Young Church, particularly Amy Cameron and Maggie and Charlie Himmel, who were regulars. Thank you so much for all of your support and your presence. Yes, let's give them some loving applause. Thank you also to Amy Dewey and Erin Hutchinson Himmel for their help in supporting and working with Joanna in putting on our amazing Crossing Paths program. I would also like to give a very special thank you to August Mead, who I'm not going to make come up here. I'm just going to embarrass them from right here. August Mead, who's been consistently assisting and mentoring at Young Church for the last 3 years. August also stepped into a leadership role in tending to our little free diverse library that's just outside. He organized volunteers and helped to keep it stocked with books that amplify and empower diverse voices. We love you, August, and we thank you so much for your time and your sensitivity and your care, and my magic just happened when no one was looking. Charlotte and Elodie just delivered their gift. Okay, let's give it up for August. We love you. And one last special thank you to Joanna Fernandez. Wait till I'm done, Nash. Nash. Okay. All right, let's clap for Joanna, and then I'm going to tell you why we're clapping. Joanna facilitated our Crossing Paths programming this year for our youth. She truly went above and beyond. She adapted the curriculum, coordinated field trips and guests, and led sessions throughout the year with passion and humor and grace and candy. Joanna, thank you. We are so grateful for your efforts. Oh, and Nash has a gift for you and a card signed by all the Crossing Paths kids. Let's hear it. Oh, wait, no. We did that, so we're going to clap one more time. We are so grateful to all of you for sharing your time and your talents and your love. Our youth and children's ministry has been richer experience because of all of you.
The generosity of our community is an essential ministry that supports the work of the church, both in Newburyport and beyond. Each week, 50% of the Sunday offering not designated as a pledge goes to a local community partner engaged in important efforts to transform our region. Our community partner this month is the Merrimack River Feline Rescue Society, or MRFRS. MRFRS started in 1992 as a few caring souls that came to the aid of the 300-plus free-roaming cats barely surviving along the Newburyport, Massachusetts waterfront. The effort was one of the first in the nation to use Trap-Neuter-Return to improve the lives of free-roaming cats. MRFRS has assisted over 142,000 cats, placing over 24,000 cats and kittens into homes, spaying or neutering over 14,000 federal cats at our TNR clinics, and over 74,000 cats on our Catmobile. There are a lot of little paws that need our help. To give online, use the link in your order of service or below the live stream. You can also make a contribution by text, and of course, you can always mail a check to the church as well. Thank you. The offering will now be gratefully received.
My feet in the woodland, my wheels on the stone, the calm and the quiet, the return to home. Birds fill the windows, the breeze wakes the trees. Ah, these are some things that bring hope to me. The sun and the shadows, the sparkling stars, amazement and wonder for all that we are. Promise fulfilled as each dawn comes to be. Ah, these are some things that bring hope to me. Yes, these are some things that bring hope. These are some things that bring hope. These are some things that bring hope to me. Good people gathering differently, doing their best with such difficulty, and the kindness and wisdom folks shine unto me. These are some things that bring hope. The hum of the helpers committing their lives in service to others, their hearts open wide, and the music we sway to divine reverie. Ah, these are some things that bring hope to me. Yes, these are some things that bring hope. These are some things that bring hope. These are some things that bring hope to me.
This is a time in our service where we pause to lift up more of the joys and sorrows of our beloved faith community. Betsy Hazen, our pastoral care associate, will light candles as I share what was shared either in our journal, which is very close to needing a new one. How sacred is that? These pages are our lives shared in this book. It's sacred. Erin Hutchinson Himmel lights a candle of care and concern and asks all of us to keep her mom, Ruth Ann Hutchinson, in our thoughts and prayers. Her mother is currently COVID positive and at her home. So we hold her in our thoughts and prayers for a mild case and a full recovery. We have some candles of joy to share. 2 of them offered by Eileen and Steve Costello. They light each of these candles in joy and gratitude, in celebration for each of their children. The first candle is lit in celebration of their daughter Bella's college graduation, which I don't know how that happened. I can only imagine what you both feel, but what a joy and what a celebration. And the other for their son Matthew, who also just graduated with his master's degree. So joys all the way around for parents as well. It has been, they share, a joyful and exciting 2 weeks. And another candle of joy and love lit this morning for Greg Garnish, who is happy to report that his 2-year struggle with cancer has abated. He is no longer, right? No longer taking or receiving chemotherapy, and the latest lab results indicate that all blood proteins are reading normal. And we light one final candle, as we do each Sunday, representing all of the joys, all of the sorrows, all of the hopes, and all of the dreams that, although unspoken, are held in just as much love and care. I'll invite us into a very brief moment of quiet with all the joy and all of the emotions and all of the families and children and youth and grandparents and friends. In this moment of silence, we offer our own thoughts, prayers, and wishes. Amen.
True Heritage by Thich-Nhat-Hanh. The cosmos is filled with precious gems. I want to offer a handful of them to you this morning. Each moment you are alive is a gem, shining through and containing earth and sky, water and clouds. It needs you to breathe gently for the miracles to be displayed. Suddenly you hear the birds singing, the pines chanting, see the flowers blooming, the blue sky, the white clouds, the smile and the marvelous look of your beloved.
You, the richest person on earth, who has been going around begging for a living, stop being a destitute child. Come back and claim your heritage. We should enjoy our happiness and offer it to everyone. Cherish this very moment, let go of the stream of distress, and embrace life fully in your arms.
Thank you. I know that Thich-Nhat-Hanh would be very, very honored. You did a great job. You did. So this few minutes here is actually a message to our parents. We're spending a lot of time, as should be, focused on the children, the youth, the babies, the children and the youth of this congregation because you mean so much to us, every single one of you. However, I'm going to take my 5 minutes and use it to talk to the parents. As I said, I know that this service is celebrating our children and our amazing young church program. But that means that it's also about our parents and caregivers, as well as our children and youth. So parents, and I'm going to try to get all your eyes as I'm looking around, I'm speaking to you as your minister and as a parent of young adults myself who were raised in our Unitarian Universalist faith. There's a lot I could say to you in 5 minutes. I could talk to you about ensuring that you take care of yourself, that you prioritize time with your partners and your friends. I could promise you that the things you're stressed out about so much today will change. I could encourage you to relish the days and the moments that you have right now, because those days and moments are going to turn into years very quickly. Hopefully, you're hearing those things in other places as well. There are only a few things that only I, as your minister, can say to you, and that's what I'm choosing to say. I'm offering one suggestion today, and I say this with all the love and care in my heart. Don't make church all about your children. Take in the love and the intellectual stimulation, the challenges and the values that we espouse as Unitarian Universalists. Allow these things to challenge you and comfort you. Open to the care of this beautiful, beautiful spiritual community, for we are here for you. All of us are here for you. Many of us, the rest of us that are gathered of all ages, many of us have been where you are today, either as parents ourselves or aunts, uncles, neighbors, grandparents. The times were probably different when we had children the ages of yours and teenagers. However, I promise you that we struggled too. We struggled to get everything done and did not get it all done. We worried we were not prioritizing things properly. We doubted sometimes if we were good enough as parents. We wondered if other parents had messy homes or stopped at Market Basket to pick up cookies and tried to take off the label and pretend that they were homemade for the bake sale. I hated those bake sales. We cried when our children were bullied or treated unfairly by their peers or their teachers, and sometimes both. So let us know you. Let us care for you. This is a place of compassion, humor, mutual respect. Give yourself the gift of knowing these people, and give us the gift of knowing you. We are all imperfect, and we want to get to know you and make this a place where you can find what you need for your children and you. Tell us what you need. Many of us would be happy to volunteer in Young Church, to do the things that you do with such open hearts, so that you can be where you need to be sometimes up here as well. I see and I hear from too many adults at various ages of their lives who've drifted away from church after their children were raised. And I say it that way because I'll let you in on something. Our children are never fully raised. They will always need you. Some of the adults that talk with me realize what they're missing, and they fill the void, and they feel the void. But they talk about how hard it is to come back, that they've created new patterns and other things that they're doing. I might encourage you to find other places in your week to put those patterns when your children are older. Make this your church. Your children will benefit, and I promise you, they do not want to believe that you are here only for them. I hear those stories too, mostly from other places, if not entirely, but people as adults that say to me, yeah, my parents dropped me off at Sunday school, but I really don't know why. Or they went and read the paper and came back to pick me up. They don't want to believe, your children don't want to believe that you are here only for them. This is our collective church. We often think of self-care as pampering, getting pedicures, going out for dinner, and all those things are wonderful if you can do them, and not all of us can. However, self-care has deeper dimensions too. Self-care is about creating roots, developing connections and relationships to others and to yourself and to the deep waters within you. Self-care is about having a place to return to time and time again, where you are known and you know others. It's about being part of an intergenerational community where you develop relationships with people of all ages. My children still remember the adults in their lives from church. They matter, and now I'm speaking to all of you. You matter. What you say, how you respond, how you know the children's names or smile at them. My daughter will say, the one who said that I look like I got a facial when I spent a week at the monastery I shared last week, that same daughter said to me, yeah, then there was that lady who told me not to run with a lollipop in my mouth. That's about 30 years after that happened. So parents, this is your church too. I invite you to make it your own, and I believe your children will thank you. Amen. And now we're going to move into a closing blessing a little differently today. And I'd like to invite all the children, all the families, the grandparents, the caregivers, the parents, to come forward so that the rest of us can bless you. And we're going to make, you're not going to try to cram up here, but kind of make a U from over there to all the way across. So please come forward. Yes, this is perfect, exactly. Exactly. So we can't make a second line, but we're doing good. Maybe we'll make a second. Awesome, awesome, awesome. This is good. This is exactly what we wanted. Sorry, Mara. So, all of us, we're going to do something today where we're going to respond and offer these amazing human beings of all ages that are gathered here. And some I know are not with us in body, but are still with us in our hearts, maybe even online. We're going to bless them. We're going to bless them with music and with our own thoughts and care. I don't want to embarrass him, but I wonder what Nash is doing. Oh, good. Nash, yes, grandparents, please. Yes, that's you. We'd love that. Nash. Okay. So let us just start by explaining what a blessing is and who, in our Unitarian Universalist faith, who can offer blessings and what they mean. So a blessing is like I'm going to use a certain word. It's like a magic, secret power that is with you all the time. Because words and thoughts matter. And so when someone blesses someone or a group of people, we are sending all of our wishes and thoughts to you. And they're with you. Hopefully they're in your mind. You can even feel them in your heart, all around you when times are tough. And in our faith, as Unitarian Universalists, every single person can bless every other person. All of you have that power. All of us carry that within us. So every time we smile at another person, or stop to listen to them, or offer them kind words, that's a blessing. Sometimes it can feel a little uncomfortable to take in someone's blessing. That's not uncommon. But we are going to offer you all now a blessing. I'll speak for a moment. Mara will speak. The congregation will speak in their thoughts and maybe even out loud. And then we're going to sing. So, beloveds, as you stand here with us, imagine and know that this entire congregation is actually circling around you. That was our hope and our wish. And we're doing this because that's what we could do. But this entire congregation, everyone here, and probably hundreds of others who aren't, some who are online, some who might be away, or maybe they're even feeling a little sick today, they're all around you. And we're grateful that you're a part of this community. And we're here for you. And we care about you. And we want to know who you are. And we want you to know that wherever you go, we are with you, offering you exactly what you need. Strength, bravery, love, kindness, feeling connected, all of that. We bless you with this moment. And it lasts forever.
I am guessing that I am not the only one who feels my heart vibrating right now. And I want to recall again the story that Serafina and Theo read to us last week, and I want you to feel what your heart feels like. And I want you to imagine this golden thread that comes out. And imagine, because it's real, we're all connected. So in your mind's eye, see that thread. It's connecting all of you together. It's connecting all of us here together. And it goes even out beyond this church because it's that powerful. I'm so grateful to all of you. It's an incredible thing to be a part of this community. We bless you. We love you so much, all of you.
And now I invite you may want to look at each other for a moment before we all sing. Offer blessings, even with your eyes, to one another. And all of us who are gathered and seated here, bring your blessings to these beautiful members of our church community with your thoughts. And if you even just want to say things out loud, just let it flow. Let them feel the love and appreciation and care you have for them. And now you turn to each other a little bit and bless each other. Bless each other with your eyes, your words, your hands. And now we're all going to bless each other with music that Craig is going to teach us.
Yeah, I invite you to sing, think, or feel the words to this short song. The words are, there is a love holding me. There is a love holding you. There is a love holding all. I rest in this love. And I'm going to sing it through 4 times, and if and as you're moved to, just join in with your own voice or your own thoughts, your own feelings. They can rise if you want to rise. You're welcome to rise, of course. Yeah. So 4 times through, I'll sing it. Come in if and as you are moved to. There is a love holding me. There is a love holding you. There is a love holding all. I rest in this love. 3 more times. There is a love holding me. There is a love holding you. There is a love holding all. I rest in this love. Twice more. There is a love holding me. There is a love holding you. There is a love holding all. I rest in this love. Once more. There is a love holding me. There is a love holding you. There is a love holding all. I rest in this love.
Amen is right. So, and do you smell the popcorn? See, we tell the truth in this congregation. When I said there was popcorn, there's popcorn. Oh, it's what? It's crept into this room. So you all are free to stay where you are, go back to your pews, and let's join together now and let there be peace on earth. It is within your order of service near the post loop, the words. please remain standing. And again, everyone is invited to join us downstairs, both for the conversation with our board, but also to enjoy popcorn and treats and coffee and company. The words are in your order of service. This is a chalice extinguishing, and the words, Mara, will you extinguish our chalice? Are taken from the Crossing Paths program, so they're a little different today, but please join me. We give thanks. This is in your order of service, isn't it? Oh my gosh. All right. Well, I'm sorry, you have to listen to me one more moment. I won't make you learn it. We give thanks for the ways learning from others makes us larger. We give thanks for the ability to remember that there are many ways to travel this journey, this human journey together. May we go from here with ears that listen, minds that continue to learn, and hearts that continue to be inspired by the sacred diversity that makes us all richer and blessed. My friends, as we go from this place, may we go remembering that we do belong. We belong to ourselves. We belong to one another. We belong to the divine, however we experience that. We belong to the world and all of its living creatures. Blessed memories, all who have gone before, all who are here now, and all who are yet to come. Go in peace, my friends, and return again in great joy. Amen, and blessed be.